procrastinate. 75% of them are aware of it, and for almost half of them this is a problem. As procrastinating is one of the biggest issues while learning, and so many people do this mistake that shows that a lot of people don't know how to learn. Moreover, time management can improve results on your test by even 25%. It's a quarter of a test. So let's take an example. We have Sofia and we have Jacob. Sofia was learning 2 hours for a test and got excellent mark, while Jacob was learning 5 hours for a test and got poorer mark. But why? Jacob was learning longer, but Jacob was learning ineffectively. So what mistakes did Jacob make? One of them is multitasking, as multitasking reduces productivity of our brain by even 40%. That's a lot. If we are trying to study and do something else, our brain cannot focus on both things at the same time. It is focusing on none of them. So when we are studying and we are scrolling social media, our brain is not studying and not scrolling social media. Next thing is waiting for the last moment. If we are learning the day before exam, stress increases, pressure increases, and we want to focus on studying, but our brain is focusing on pressure and that we have limited time to learn everything. Next thing is learning at night, or what even worse, learning at night before the exam, as experiment conducted by Cornell University shows daytime is important variable when it comes to the test results. And best students were learning during afternoon, while those who were learning at night were more likely to fail the test. So what should Jacob do next time to get a better mark? I will now show you a few techniques that can improve also your learning. First one is Pomodoro technique, and it's about doing breaks. The best time is 25 minutes of learning, 5 minutes of break. 25 minutes of learning, 5 minutes of break. During this break, we should rest and reset, because our brain cannot focus for an infinite amount of time. We should go for a walk, drink some water, do some exercises, but not scrolling social media. It will not give us rest. Next one is Feynman technique, so learning by teaching. When we are trying to learn something new, and we have already learned it, try to teach somebody what you have learned. It can be your parents, it can be your siblings, but also it can be your pet, or you can talk to yourself. Try to explain everything, justify everything, and if you have lack of information at some point, that means that you have to improve this part. Next one is dancer method, invented by dancer Martha Graham, who had to learn difficult, hardcore, long choreography. And instead of just repeating it multiple times, she decided to divide it into smaller parts. And at the first day, she learned first part, and the second day, she learned second part, and the third day, she learned third part. And by this long, complicated choreography becomes simpler and shorter. And we should do the same while we are learning. So if we have big tests, we should divide it into smaller topics and learn day by day, topic by topic. And are those methods even effective? There are a lot of research, a lot of statistics, a lot of experiments in the internet that shows that learning techniques are effective. There are also a lot more learning techniques than I shown you today. And moreover, I am now speaking to you after 3 weeks of learning this speech, using these techniques, doing breaks, dividing it into smaller parts, by planning, and as you see, I know the speech. So, how to introduce those methods? Now, a few tips for you. First one, small steps. If you will introduce all those techniques at the same time, you can get even poorer marks than without using any of those techniques. Because you will not like every technique, not every technique will fit you, so we have to try them one by one, and if you like it, introduce it to your learning. But if you don't like it, leave it and try another one. And by this, try those methods that are best for you. Plan of studying, as you should divide those big tests into smaller topics, and you will have few tests in 1 week, you can forget about something. So use your phone, use paper calendar, use to-do list to remember about everything. And if you have something planned, do it, don't procrastinate. Remove distractions. As I earlier said, distractions remove our focus, so we should eliminate them. The biggest distraction probably for all of you are your phones. So try to leave it in another room, so it will be not as easy to just take it and start scrolling. For some of you, maybe your siblings are distractions. So try to learn in different places, at school or at the library. And if you have any other distractions, also find a way to eliminate them. And do it today. If you will not introduce any of those methods today, You will just simply forget about them and you have wasted your time. The same if you have anything that you want to change in your life by listening to other speeches, do it today or you will forget about them and you have wasted your time today. So, as a summary, no multitasking because it reduces our productivity. No distractions because it reduces our focus. Do breaks to rest and reset, and plan your learning to not forget about anything. And remember, it's not about working harder, but working smarter. Thank you for your time and for your attention.